What's going on, good people? I know it's kind of late tonight, but I still wanted to hop on to chat with you guys briefly. I know y'all getting ready for tomorrow. Some of you getting prepared to eat everything that won't eat you back, or maybe it will. I don't know. But I wanted to hop on to love on y'all for a little bit because I know that tomorrow can be very challenging for a lot of people, even with our family. It has some challenges, but I said I was gonna hop on anyway. What up, though? To those of you who have been rocking with me, you know I appreciate you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. For those of you who are new to me, y'all know how I do. You welcome once, twice, three times. You are welcome. And for those of you who are watching the replay, simply put replay in the comment bar. Let me know you came and checked me out. What's up, Terrell? Let me know you came and checked me out. But right now we are live and we are in color, baby. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys being here. What's up, Kelly? What's up, Catrice? What's up, Chantel? What's up, Vanessa, Amy? I don't know why I started naming people off. I know better than that. I learned better than that in church. Whenever people used to get up, what's up, Cornell? And they'll hit you with the first giving honor to God who's the head of my life, honoring the pastor, first lady. I'm thinking in my head, you don't honor her, you don't even speak to her, you only speak to pastor. Sit down. But I couldn't say that. Well, I could, but my dad would be upset, so I never did. Then they start honoring such and such, honoring whosoever will, honoring them back there, this, and every other soul that may be in the building. Boy, they be back there rocking. You know who they forgot, because they be back there doing the, you ain't say me. That's like when people go and they do too much, putting all them names on the obituary and stuff. Stick to the children, the spouse, the parents, the siblings, the children, things like that. And just let it alone. Just let it alone. Because you go to writing down names and doing all this other extra stuff, somebody going to feel some kind of way. Somebody going to feel some kind of way. I'm glad you're here, friend. Then when they get down there talking about and a very special friend. Huh? A very special friend. But if they put two berries on there, you know what that is. Huh? A very special friend might come cut your grass. A very special friend might come cut your grass. But a very, very special friend, oh, he done spent the night. Oh, he done spent the night on the second row. All this time I've been calling you uncle for nothing. Y'all ain't even married. Been together 25 years. Very, very special friend. Yeah. What up, though? What up, though? Oh, wow. You said that your mom and your aunt passed to COVID in August. Wow. You lost a loved one on Sunday. So listen, right? That's why I hopped on. Well, I hopped on because, today is Wellness Wednesday. So because today is Wellness Wednesday, I got to make sure that I talk to you about your wellness. I got to talk to you about taking care of yourself. I got to talk to you about, your mindset and things like that. But let me tell you something, right? You lost your uncle on Monday. Let me tell you something, Suge. Whenever you go through a loss, and especially when it is a major loss, whenever you go through something like that, right? Emotions will overcome you so badly that sometimes you don't know what to do. And most of the time, you don't want to do anything. You don't want to go nowhere. You don't want to be bothered. You don't want to fool with nobody. You don't want anybody asking you questions. You don't want nobody in your face. You don't want any of that stuff because you're so unease, right? You're so unease. We know, well, I was raised, y'all know I'm a believer, right? But I'm going to be transparent with y'all. I would quote the scriptures. I would say the scriptures. And I do believe them. I do. I believe the scriptures. And then you will pray and you do all of these things. But sometimes grief can be so heavy that although you say those things, you repeat those things, you pray those prayers, it don't move. It does not move. And it has nothing to do with you maybe feeling like your faith wasn't strong enough. It has nothing to do with you not being close enough to him. It has nothing to do with any of those things that the enemy try to convince you of. I want to share that with you because sometimes we go through this whole guilt thing. Grief has processes. It's okay for you to be angry. It's okay for you to be frustrated. It's okay for you to be confused. It's okay for you not to understand. It's okay for you to go through the whole bargaining and begging and all of this stuff. It is okay because those are the processes of grieving. And the same word that we go to and that we try to build ourselves up with, it also let us know that it was going to come a time. There was going to be a season for this. It was going to be a time for this. Guys, today is the day. Today is the day that my nephew was murdered. Today is the day. That's another reason why I said, no, Keita, you are not going to not get on. Get on and share with the people like you would always do. Today is the day. He drove past his mom, blew the horn, threw his hand up. She throwing her hand up and they going in opposite ways. And it wasn't even 30 minutes later, she get a call that he was shot in the head. Today is the day. Today is the day that my son's life will change forever. Because he was in the seat beside him. Today is the day that happened. And now, not one nephew, but two. The same mom lost two boys. And we still show up. Yeah, it was very awkward in the beginning. It was very tough in the beginning. You didn't know what to say, so you didn't say anything. And then just the look on her face and the way that you could feel it. You can feel it. You can feel grief. You don't have to be the one that's going through it. If somebody is near you and they are grieving somebody, they hurt, they down in their spirit, they going through stuff, you can feel the energy from that person. But this is what I want to encourage you to do. If it's fresh for you guys, I understand. I understand the cycle you will go through. I understand the process you're going to go through. I understand you're going to not feel like being. But I understand it. I do. And I'm not telling you not to feel that way. I'm not telling you not to cry your eyes out. I'm not telling you not to do any of that. But I do want to suggest to you, though. I do want to suggest to you this. I want you to understand that you don't have to feel guilty if you mess around and smile tomorrow. You don't have to feel guilty if a laugh comes from your belly tomorrow. You don't have to feel guilty if a song comes on or music is being played or whatever the case may be, and you might find yourself, moving your little head or moving your shoulder. You don't have to feel guilty. It does not mean that you're not in pain. It does not mean that your soul is not happy. It does not mean that you're not uneasy. All it simply means is when you didn't know how to do it for yourself, he's carrying you. That's what it means. Don't allow somebody else to tell you how to feel. Don't allow somebody else to make you feel bad because you got a smile on your face. Don't allow somebody else to look at you and dictate the process that you should go through. Don't be somebody else's puppet when it comes to your emotions. You don't have to feel terrible. When you think about, and guys, feel free to share this out. Feel free to share this out. I'll invite somebody in that you know needs to hear it. Because I'm telling you, when I went through this, when I went through losing, when we went through losing mama, you see how selfish I got right quick? I said, when I went through losing mama, guess what? I'm not the only child. I wasn't married to her. Her mama was still living. Her brothers and sisters, they were still here, and they had her way longer than me. But do you see how it can affect us in such a way that we internalize it and we feel like we're the only ones that's going through it? It only is affecting us, but it's affecting everybody around. That's what you have to understand. So whenever you think about it, guys, and you think about those persons that you don't have, you think about the ones that has gone on, you think about the ones that are absent, you have two choices, baby. You can either focus on the fact of the finality of them being absent, or you can turn it around and you can focus on all of the memories and moments that you guys had making those memories and talk about those things. Listen to the music that they would love to listen. Make sure you include one of their favorite dishes. I'm going to keep it real. You might cry over the whole plate. But what I'm saying is this, in their memory, when you're thinking about certain stuff, when you're building yourself up, when you're trying to figure out how am I going to get through this the best way you can, what am I going to do, whatever you feel like doing at that moment? Oh, well, I hate holidays. Don't even let that come into your mind. Don't even adopt that mindset that you're going to start hating this and you're going to hate that. When I tell you, if you choose to do that, life will have a way of continuously giving you different things for you to hate. It will continue to give you things that you can hate. You will constantly be reminded of the absence. But if you prepare yourself and if you build yourself up mentally to be able to have enough of reserve on the inside of you, that when those feelings come, when those memories come, when the enemy come and want to remind you of the absent, remind you of the negativity, and some people, they don't even leave you guys on good terms, right? Understand this. Some things you can't undo. You just cannot. And because you cannot undo it, because there's nothing that you can go back and change, I want you to remember this. You know full well, had you known that things were going to be the way that they are, had you known that things was going to turn out the way that they did, had you known that circumstances were going to be that way, you know for yourself, you would have handled things differently. You would have said some things differently or not said certain stuff at all. Things would not have been the way that they were. But because you did not know that, you were responding according to the situation and the way that it was presented to you at the time. So rid yourself of that guilt. There's nothing you could have said or done that was going to change the outcome. You don't have to feel guilty for somebody else's decision. You don't have to feel guilty because of somebody else's outcome. You don't have to feel guilty because of somebody else's circumstance. You are here. You learned from it. See, what was it? What was the lesson in this for me? How can I help somebody else to get through this? How can I help somebody else avoid this situation? Do y'all not know that whenever my mom found that knot under her arm, that knot wasn't bothering mama at all? She said it's been there. It don't hurt. It don't bother me. We kept encouraging, well, just go get it checked out, Mom. It probably ain't nothing, but go get it checked out. It was not until she went and got it checked out, we found out she was already close to her end stages of triple negative breast cancer, one of the most aggressive breast cancers that is out there. Do you not know how the enemy tried his best to convince me that I was the one that provoked her death because it wasn't bothering her? And had I not convinced her and kept pushing her to go get it checked out, she would still be here? That's the kind of foolishness that he does. That's how he tries to trip you up. That's how he wants you to feel. And I'm a registered nurse. I knew what he was saying wasn't so, but that was my mama though. She was fine before she went. It wasn't bothering her. It didn't hurt her. I had to keep on being persistent. Everything got to be nursing. I'm always assessing something. Those were the things that was going through my head. Do y'all not understand? I got all the way out of nursing for a minute, until I remember why I got in nursing. Some of y'all have stopped doing certain things because you have lost somebody very close to you. You stopped going after certain things because that loss hit you real heavy. You stopped pursuing certain goals because that person is no longer here. But I need you to understand this. That desire was put on the inside of you for something way bigger. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than the person that passed away. It's bigger than that void that you feel. There's so many other people that are going to be impacted by whatever it is that you desire to do and that thing that you have stopped doing. There's so many people waiting on you before they'll be able to be relieved of some stuff that they're going through, before they'll be able to have their mind regulated, before they get their breakthrough. Some people are not going to get it from the typical person that people think they're going to get it from. You thinking down about yourself and you're all that somebody else is looking for. You thinking you're not enough and you everything that somebody else been praying for. You somebody's prayer. You somebody's prayer. Whenever I started doing comedy after I lost mama, it wasn't because I thought I was the most hilarious person in the world. That's not why I did it. I did it because I wanted to die. And I knew that if I continue to be in the mindset that I was in, if I continue to go through what I was going through, if I continue to be in that low space, I wasn't going to be here for my children. Then they wouldn't have a mama. People would ask me, why you laugh all the time? You so silly. You always smile. Or either that was like, you look so serious. You understand? I told them I cannot afford not to be happy. I can't afford not to smile. Laughter saved my life. I didn't want to be here. I didn't understand it. God, you said you will never leave me nor forsake me. You said that you knew the plans you had for us, but you didn't have them for her. You want us to live life and more abundantly, but what about her though? What's good with that? Why did that have to happen? These are the things that's going through my mind. These are the things that I was trying to figure out. My dad a pastor, my mama a minister, and I'm thinking to myself, no, that don't make them better than nobody else. But I'm like, bro, they done put time in with you, dog. What is you doing? Was your ears closed whenever we was going, falling on our face and petitioning you and asking you and begging and pleading with you to bring her through? Where were you? I felt like Job. Where were you? When she cried all night long, where were you? When the pain medicine wasn't working, where was you? When she would pace the floor, where was you? When daddy couldn't sleep at all, where were you? When he running off the road because he's so tired, because he didn't get any rest, but he had to continue to work so she can continue having her insurance. What's good? Where you at? It wasn't until she left here, and it wasn't until a couple of years later that he answered my question. Because I definitely asked him why. I wanted to know why. Why would you take my mama? Why would you put our family through this? Why do we got to feel the way that we feel? We hadn't been through enough. We already lost my baby brother. We searched for him for weeks and weeks before he was found. Do you understand? When people watching these movies and you see people and they report their family member missing and you trying to figure out, oh, where they at or what happened to them and all that stuff, that was us. That was us. And weeks later, he was discovered. But it was after she left. I kept asking why. I wanted to know. And when he answered me, guys, listen to me. And this is for whoever needs it. When he answered me, a weight was taken off of my shoulder. I felt so relieved. I felt so relieved. I wanted to know why. And clear as day, he told me, I heard your prayer, Keita. I heard your prayer, but I answered hers. I need for some of y'all to understand this. No matter what you praying for, no matter who you praying for, no matter what your desire is, you got to make sure that it's the desire of the person that you praying for on their behalf. What do they want? Because here I am begging, pleading, negotiating, all of these things, letting him know I'll be there. You know I'm a nurse. I'll go back down there. I'll do all the things I need to do. Please, please, pretty please. Don't take my mama. God, please. That's my prayer. But on the flip side of that thing, she's a mama all the way to the end. Lord, I know my baby praying for me. I know she don't want me to go. I know my family love me, but I need you to keep them. I need you to keep your arm around them. Keep that hedge of protection around them. I'm going to be okay, but I want you to make sure that they okay because I'm ready. They not ready for me to go. They'll never be ready for me to go. But Lord, I want you to give me a sweet hour. I want you to give me a sweet hour. So at the end of the day, I want you to understand, he makes no mistakes. At the end of the day, I want you to understand, you may not understand it. It might be overwhelming. You can't even comprehend it because you like, what in the world? But even in the midst of it all, I want y'all to understand, he hear you. I promise you he do. When you feel like you by yourself, I promise you you're not. I've been there and I felt that way. I've been there and I felt that way. Although you might be going through a great loss, and although you may feel overwhelmed, I want you to understand that nothing that happens catches him by surprise. Nothing that happens catches him by surprise. You still have something to be thankful for, sure. You still got something to be thankful for, sure. And even with me saying that, right? I want y'all, and especially the ones that's heavy, especially the ones that you feeling some kind of way, right? I know how that feeling is too, right? For the one that you're grieving for and the one that you're feeling really heavy about right now, I want you to put something that you're thankful for that refers to them. Okay? Because sometimes when we going through stuff and we hurting and we so mad, because we get mad, we ain't thankful for nothing because we upset and we angry and we don't appreciate it. So that's why I want to switch it. Tell me what you're thankful for on the behalf of them and everybody else who may not be going through that heaviness. You put something in there that you're thankful for. Tell me what you're thankful for. Tell me what you're thankful for. I see a lot of people who went through, you guys been through a lot of stuff and you got major losses, right? I'm not one of those persons that, come on, Paula. Paula says she's thankful that cancer is gone from her mama's life. Liver. It's gone from her mom's liver. We thankful too. Pastor 181 said he thank God for another day. Come on. Angela said she thankful for life. Layla said life, health, and strength. Hey, that's what we say down in the Baptist church, baby. My life, health, and strength. Come on. Thankful my daughter provided me with a grandson, so I still have her here in a way. Come on, Coquila. Girl, you got me choked up on that one. You got, thankful she gave you life. Absolutely. We said the same thing with my brother. We were so thankful that we was thankful that he had his daughter. And she is a split image of him. She's a split image of him. Thankful for God, unwavering love. Awesome. These things coming fast. Sorry to hear that, guys. For everybody who lost a family member due to COVID or that was affected by COVID, you know, our prayers are definitely with you guys, for sure. Tiffany says she thankful that her husband beat COVID, but it's been rough. Absolutely. I'm thankful God giving my daughter and my husband who's still here. And come on, Queen Vaughn. You be thankful, guys. And let me tell you this. You have to find a way to shift that thanks. Keita, how can I shift my thanks? When you start shifting your thanks, guess what? Gratitude increases your latitude. So when you start being thankful for them and thankful for certain things that they were able to do and that they showed you and the way that they showed up and different things like that, then indirectly you will start appreciating yourself. Come on, Lon. Thankful that her son left a daughter. Come on, sis. Come on. Come on. That stuff heavy. You know, it's heavy. And when I see people and I know that they believers and I know that they, you know what I'm saying, we believe the same way. Everybody believe different, right? I have friends that don't believe in God. Believe it or not, I do. I have friends that they believe in a higher power. They believe, they just have different beliefs, right? But at the end of the day, I don't judge them according to their beliefs. I judge them according to the way they treat me, the way they make me feel, right? We don't have certain conversations because we know we don't have the certain same beliefs. And I'm not finna be arguing with nobody. And then on the flip side, I ain't finna be defending Jesus and cussing at the same time. It just ain't gonna work out right. You understand? Because I've been a guy hot, right? So, but we love each other enough because we have been friends and we've been connected for so long. And then their mind changed, their heart changed or whatever, and mine stayed the same, right? So I have learned to love people where they are. I have learned to not push people away simply because they don't believe the way that I do. He went among them all. And when I pray for him, I still pray to him. You understand? We even got a running joke sometimes. They was like, all right, girl, well, I'm going to go. I said, okay, I'm going to go. And we always said love you, and I always say praying for you or whatever. And I stopped saying it, right? Now, all right, girl, all right. Love you too. All right, praying for you. She was like, go on, Keith. I said, in his name. You know what I mean? So we have running jokes that we do now or whatever. Or either like they'll tell me, you know, sending up like for you. I said, he created it. You know what I mean? Like we cut up. We cut up. Why am I telling y'all that? I'm telling you that because of this. Sometimes in life, people will change. They'll change their mind. They'll change their beliefs. They'll change their actions, but you have to be mindful of the way that they treat you. Be mindful of the memories and the moments. Be mindful of the place and position that they have in your life. Be mindful. Because where you might be going and you feeling like, oh, because they got a certain position or because they have a certain title, because they are a certain person, because they, whatever they may be, you feel stuck and obligated to stay in whatever that position is you're staying in with them. But it can be somebody that has a rough road. It can be somebody who does not believe the same way you do about something huge that you believe in. But no matter what you need, they there. No matter what's going on, they there to encourage you and motivate you and tell you not to give up. You feel what I'm saying? So I need you to be mindful of the way a person treats you. Be mindful of who you have around you. Are they building you up or are they tearing you down? Do they encourage and motivate you? Or do they try to talk you out of everything that you want to do? What is it? What is it? This is still a Wellness Wednesday. You have to take care of yourself. It has to be well with you mentally before it can be well with you physically. The same way, you know, I talk to y'all about it all the time. I say your gut got to be right. 70%, if not more, of your immunity starts in your gut, in your belly, in that area, right? And it determines and dictates how your whole entire body is going to function, period. And on the flip side, your mind does the same thing, just in a different way. Your thoughts become things. I don't want you to really focus completely and solely on your losses. Everything has to be a loss, right? Everything has to be about your loss. Everything has to be about you losing. Some things are not going to change, sure. It's evident. It's not going to change. You can't do nothing about it. But what you can do is change the way that you look at it. Change the way that you respond and be able to build yourself up. It might not come right now, and it's okay. It takes time. It really does. But it also takes effort. If you need to cry, you cry. If you want to yell, you yell. But at the end of the day, check it out. If you want to smile, you smile. If you want to laugh, you laugh. If you want to turn some music on and do you a little two-step, you do you a little two-step. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you being okay enough to let the enemy know you won't win. I won't always be down like this. I won't always feel this way. I won't always be overwhelmed with grief like this. I won't. Some days I'm okay, some days I'm not. Some days I get on here with lashes, honey, think I'm about cute. Today I am not. Why? Because I did not feel like it. And as my baby used to say when he was young, and my eyes kept raining off and on all day today. But I let it flow. You know I'm usually on before now. And I was like, you know what? I'm good today. And it was like, girl, get yourself together. Move that bang a little bit. Huh? Go ahead and wake the Holy Spirit up in that bang. Go ahead and do that there and get on with the people. Why? Because it's bigger than me. Because my why is bigger than me. Because I know and understand that there's a lot of people who have been through what I've been through. But guess what? There's a lot of people who haven't experienced it yet. And they listen to me and they tuned in. And I have to be able to say whatever he give me to say. So you will know what he said. You will know you're not alone. You will know you got this. It won't always be this way. When in 2021, baby, I'm not even trying to do a Mother's Day event. I always get booked for Mother's Day. You know what I want to do a Mother's Day event for? The ones who don't have their mom. I want us to cut up. I want us to be able to eat. I want us to laugh. I want us to dance. I want us to do whatever it is that we want to do that's pleasing in his sight. That's what I want to do. You know why? Because yeah, you celebrate mom. That's what you should do. But can I be all the way real with y'all? Sometimes I don't be wanting to be around that. I don't want to be around it. I don't want to hear people get up one after another and tell me how wonderful their mom is and how excited they are and they glad and blah, 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 blah. And then I got to go to the bathroom and get myself together and make sure that I'm straight so I can get through performing. Sometimes I'm good with it, sometimes I'm not. I'm just being honest with you. There's been plenty of times I done performed on stage and I cried all the way home. Nobody ever knew it, nobody but my husband or whoever was riding with me, like my children or something like that. There have been plenty of times that I've gotten on here and went live and cut up with y'all and did stuff and cried myself to sleep. There's been plenty of times that happened. There have been plenty of times I done got on here, encouraged and motivated people and told them not to give up and told them to hold on and had something weighing on me so heavy and didn't know how my change was going to come. I just believed that it would. Sometimes I don't know how, but it's not my business. As long as I remember what he said, I don't care about how he do it. I'm going to leave y'all with that. As long as you remember what he said, it's none of your business how he does it. He can do what he want to do. He can use who he want to use. He can show up however he want to show up. And we count it all joy that he does. We thank him in advance that he does. We thank him that he don't forget about us. Although we may feel some kind of way. We may feel some kind of way. But baby, I promise you this right now. He'll never leave you nor forsake you. I know that to be so. Never leave you nor forsake you. He's not going to do it. It's not who he is. It's not who he is. He hadn't did it all this time, he gonna decide the day that he gonna do it? Not so. The same one that you was giving kudos to, the same one that you was excited about, the same one that you was putting Facebook posts up about, the same one that you was counting it all joy for when everything was going good, I promise you, he's that same dude when all hell has broke loose. He's that same dude when your heart is heavy. He's that same dude when you going through all kind of foolishness and you really don't know what to do. He's that same dude. He's just good like that. He's good like that. Just remember what he said and hold him to his word. It's in the Bible, somewhere between Genesis and Revelation. Y'all go ahead and Google it. We ain't that Bible study, but it's in there. It's like that Prego sauce, baby. It's in there. He said, holler at me. You know my word? Check my fresh. If I said it, remind me. My word ain't going to come back void. I ain't going to lie. I'm not a God that I should lie. He's straight gangster with it. Baby, when they was like, Lord, I don't know what's going on, but you know what I'm saying? Like, things popping off. Right? Right? Somebody put story time in the comment bar, and I'm going to get up off here because it's already 11 o'clock. It's already 11 o'clock. Am I cooking tomorrow? Baby, no. Baby, no. Ain't no need for that, honey. I'm going where there's a plate prepared for me. That's of the Lord. Oh, my God. Somebody put story time in the comment bar. Thank you, Miss Mary. Thank you, Victoria. Check it out, right? So there was a dude in the Bible, right? He was feeling some kind of way. He had a lot going on. He had a lot on his back. He had a lot of people depending on him. He was supposed to be leading the people. He was like, I don't know what to do at this point, God. Like for real, I don't know what to do. And I done been telling them, leave me alone and go on somewhere. I done told them all that stuff. Like, but they still bothering me. He was like, go ahead and tell them this then. This what you tell them. He said, okay, I'm going to go back and I'm going to tell Pharaoh now. I'm going to tell him. But when I go back and tell him, though, what I'm going to say when they say, who told you that? Who sent you over here? You people been sending people all the way from the Bible days. That ain't just started. Don't send for me unless I send for you, baby. He said, who shall I say sent me? He said, bruh, tell him I am sent you. I am. Now, he knew all of his nicknames. He done heard people call him Jehovah Jireh. He heard people call him Jehovah Nisi, Jehovah Rapha, Jehovah Tiskanu. They even called him Mary's little baby. The other one was like, oh, he's a bright and morning star. There's a wheel in the middle of the wheel. But I am. Then he was like, I am who? Like, is that first and middle name? What's your last name? I am who? Tell him I am that I am. Gangster, do you hear me? I am that I am. Baby, every time I see that or read it or somebody say it, I feel something down in my shanana. Oh, it'll make you sit with your back up straight. When y'all going through things and the enemy want to keep you down, he want to keep you overwhelmed, he want to keep you frustrated, he want to keep you in this grief, keep you low and make you feel like you ain't gonna make it, you ain't this, you ain't that, baby. I am. Woo! Ooh. I am who? Baby. I am that I am. When I thought I was going to lose my mind, when I lost my mama, he said, Keita, I am a mind regulator. Oh, my God. When I didn't know what to do, whenever I lost my mama, he was like, baby, I am a mother to the motherless. Whenever I did not know what I was going to do when I was raising these kids by myself, he said, I am your provider. Oh, my God. Is that what it is? He was like, baby, I am your all in all. Period. Period. He's whatever you want him to be. Whatever you feel like you lacking, he's all of that, baby. He's the Alpha and the Omega. You mean to tell me you the beginning and the end? If you the beginning and the end, baby, you got to have it going on in the middle. Come on, somebody. I am. Honey. I'm going to leave that alone because I start feeling some kind of way down in my shanana. You hear me? Baby, I know I know who he is. I know that he will. I'm speaking from experience. I'm speaking from experience. I'm encouraging you and motivating you because I know how it feels not to want to wake up. I know how it feels to be so mad that you want to be done with him, but something in your heart and your soul won't let you. And I'm not talking about the him that might be at your house. I'm talking about the him that sit high and look low. I'm talking about him. Huh? The one that if you touch the hem of his garment, that one. The one that's been making people whole a long time ago. The one that'll open doors that nobody can close. Huh? I'm talking about that one. The one that'll open the window and pour out a blessing. That one. The one that allow you to have overflow when you didn't think you had enough. I'm talking about that one. I'm talking about that one. Even right now, I'm believing for something that I cannot see. I can't see it. I don't know how it's going to pop off. I don't know how. I don't know. I don't. But guess what? I know what he said. So guess what I did? I reminded him, just like any good father, just like that father that works real hard, want to make sure he does what he says he's going to do, that's being that provider and that protector. He has so many children. I was like, maybe, you know what I'm saying, he got busy or something. So let me just remind him. You remember you had said, huh? You remember you told me to knock and it was going to be open. Ask. And I received heavy on the ask. Huh? That's what you said. Remind him of his word, y'all. You feeling some type of way? Talk to him regular. It doesn't have to be a certain way. You ain't got to get down there and Lord, you telling people, oh, I'm writing a pistol. Baby, I thought they was talking about a gun. And I was like, writing a pistol? What is he writing with pistols for? They was like, no, he said a pistol. That is a letter, Keita. Just say you wrote a letter then. What is you up here doing? We ain't in theology school, sir. I ain't know what he was talking about. And as I exegete the text, he having surgery up there. What is he talking about? No, Keita, that means he taking something out of the text. He's going to take that passage out and he going to tell us, well, just say that then. Say that then, sir. I just wanted y'all to smile. That did happen, though. That was the longest sermon I ever heard in my life, honey. I ain't never Googled so much in my life, honey. I Googled so much, Google responded back and like, girl, where you at? I was like, revival. I appreciate y'all. I love you. I really, really do. You're not by yourself. You're not alone. 3 things I want y'all to do, okay? 3 things I want y'all to do. I want you to remind yourself of something that puts a smile on your face every time you think about it as it pertains to the person that you're missing. Remind yourself, okay? Then I want you to speak something out loud out of your mouth, giving gratitude and thanks to God for that person and for what those things were that you're thankful about, okay? That's the second thing I want you to do. And the third thing that I want you to do is whatever you emotionally feel like doing. If you want to cry, you cry. If you want to laugh, you laugh. If you want to shout, you shout. But this is what I want to tell you to do. I want you to put a time limit on it. I want you to put a time limit on it. For real. I used to do this all the time. It really do work. I would set a timer for 15 minutes. Especially when I'm really, really heavy and I got a lot going on. Baby, I would just cry, and all of that other kind of stuff. Child, one time I set my timer because I was just like, ooh. And I set the timer and I began to go through my little emotional stuff. Baby, I was about 4 minutes in and my body was like, girl, we tired. So guess what? It started out with 15 minutes, then it didn't last but 10, then it didn't last but 5, then sometimes it just lasts for a moment. So what I'm telling you is this, it's a process. I'm telling you that this too shall pass. And I'm telling you, you are not by yourself. You need to build yourself up with the things that you desire. You got to be around positivity. Whether you looking at it, you listening to it, whatever it is, you got to be around positivity, okay? Build yourselves up. All hearts and minds are clear. Type clear in the comment bar. All hearts and minds clear. Type clear in the comment bar. One day at a time. Yes, 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 yes. One day at a time. That's all you got. You can't live more than one day at a time, so you have to take one day at a time. He said, don't you worry about the cares and the worries of tomorrow, because tomorrow has enough cares for itself. So you know what I'm saying? You need to save that little strength. You understand? Awesome. Now may the Lord watch between me and thee while we're absent one from another. Here now forevermore. We all say it. Amen. 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 Love you guys so much. Wishing you the best. Hoping you have an amazing holiday. I'm still probably going to get on tomorrow and cut up just as well, because I know although some people be with their family and different things like that, then there'll be some that may not. You understand? And I know that I'm called for a time such as this. Okay? Remember, you are somebody, so am I. The Lord loves you, so do I. Till next time, good people, I'm out.